It has often been observed that the war on terror is unwinnable. After all, how could a war on an abstract noun ever have its mission accomplished moment? It is, according to this wisdom, meant to drag on forever. Just because a war can't be won, however, doesn't mean it can't be lost. The truth is that the war on terror is over, and America has lost. Just look at the images of the Watertown lockdown. A city under a supposedly voluntary lockdown that was in fact enforced by bands of roving SWAT team members going door to door, forcibly removing people from their own homes at gunpoint. Whatever the use of the word voluntary might mean in this case, I defy anyone to differentiate these images from a martial law scenario. And yet, amazingly, the media does not show us images of enraged Bostonians. It does not interview those who were treated this way by the SWAT teams. It does not ask those people directly affected what they think or report on dissent. Instead, we are shown images of mindless celebrations, orchestrated to the score of that age-old chant of the mob that has lost all capacity to reason critically.
USA! 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 USA!
Surely it is a mob far under the hypnotic spell of the mainstream fear programming that can cheer the destruction of their own rights. It is even more perverse that this destruction is being done in the name of two bumbling college-age boys who, it must be stressed, have yet to be proven guilty of anything. The irony seems to be lost on much of the American population that scenes like these are precisely what the all-pervasive terrorist boogeymen supposedly want. A people so enslaved by the fear of their own shadow that the actions of two hapless misfits can cause such chaos and the disruption of so many people's lives. This irony is certainly not lost on a government that has tried its utmost to make people afraid of the so-called terrorist threat over the past decade.
If you see something suspicious in the parking lot or in the store, say something immediately. Report suspicious activity to your local police or sheriff.
They hate our freedoms, our freedom of religion, our freedom of speech, our freedom to vote and assemble and disagree with each other.
If you remain in this immediate vicinity, you will be in violation of the Pennsylvania Crimes Code.
Yes, the terrorists hate you for your freedom. So who are the terrorists? And who is trying to take away your freedoms? If terrorism is the use of violence to further political ends, then the real terrorists, by definition, are the ones who are ramping up the fear after each and every incident in order to shape the public's perception. Has some shadowy group of scary bearded men with turbans really caused the American population to cower in fear at the first sign of a homemade explosive anywhere in the country? Or has the government and their cronies in the media primed the population to be afraid of something that statistically is less likely to kill someone on American soil than a bee sting? In the end, the questions answer themselves. All that is needed is reflection over what we have witnessed play out over the past week. An Orwellian 2 minutes of hate directed not at these boys, about whom almost nothing is known except for their previous contact with the FBI, but at the ghost that has been haunting America's nightmares ever since the Bush administration conjured them into existence.
Either you are with us, or you are with the terrorists.
These ghosts will continue to haunt the American population until they, and their like-minded allies around the world, choose to wake up from the nightmare. After all, you can't win a fight against a ghost. You can lose one, however. The events of the past week have proven that much. For more news and information, please follow the RSS feeds at CorbettReport.com, subscribe to this YouTube channel, or follow us on Twitter @CorbettReport.